Hello there, my lovely Legionnaires! How are we doing today? Hello there, my lovely Legionnaires! Oh, I need to mute. Ah! Every morning, I forgot. Hello, hello! Welcome, welcome. It is a good afternoon. Gonna do something a little self-serving today. I hope that's okay. If it's not too bad. If it's not tough nuts! Okay, I'm gonna take my hoodie off. Already sweaty. What are we doing today? So, I've been wanting to do this for a while. Serve all the affirmation you can get. Thank you. So today, what I'm doing is, right here, okay. I've been wanting to do this for a while, because I keep seeing this particular, I don't know if you'd call it a challenge, but I keep seeing this joke all over the place of, like, two characters with the same voice actor who are very, very different. So I wanted to give that a try. And I wanted to give that a try, specifically, with the Seiyu cast for the new Kenshin anime. Because I'm cringe, and I'm going to be cringe for the foreseeable future, and there's really nothing you can do about it. So we want... Kenshin 2023 voice actors. So Heaton, the character, and literally any D&D character they played. Let's see. Drawing while you're drawing. We draw together. Hell yeah! Absolutely. Ooh, good. Mal is updated. Okay. So... let's grab our pairs first. Also, by the way, I want to give you a rollicking thank you to all of the people in my friend group who were like, hey, did you know that the Kenshin Nendoroid is on sale on BBTS? And I'm like, yeah, thank you for telling me. I do already own one.
This is the equivalent of people sending me the Bidoof animated short like 5 times separately of everyone's own accord.
Could at one point draw your D&D player characters just hanging around. I'd love that. That'd be sweet. His Franken titties. I'm hoping they put out some more. What's that? Send it to Brooke 6 more times? Okay, got it. Brooke likes Bidoof.
My son. I make one joke about him being my son one time, and it's the Pokemon I'm associated more with.
Alright, so I'm gonna go with this one as our reference point. Paste. Want to establish our pairs first, because I think that'll be funniest.
You know a video is bad when I'm not even near caught up to where shit's relevant, and even I could debunk that video.
God, that video is so bad. I hope, by the way, I hope all of you really like, I hope you guys really like when Avi and I make content together, because we are absolutely going to, be making a co-op on a really, really bad One Piece video. So you will get more fun commentary material out of me yet. Alright, here we go. Bingus Bongus Gamers.
I just want a cameo and dunk on a dummy as Funny Skeleton Man.
I'll let you dunk on a dummy as Funny Skeleton Man. I will facilitate that. Oh god, how bad. Listen, coming from me, this should mean a lot. I need you to know that I listened to this man's takes about Doflamingo and straight up was like, oh, so never be alone in a room with you. Got it. That's how bad. Okay, so this is the voice actor.
I'm just looking up something for posterity because I'm curious about something.
So this is Kenshin's voice actor. So let's do a little scroll through and see who grabs our eyes here as potential to be the opposing side. Miano's funny. The little yaoi boy. I know him. I'm familiar with the Miano man. Oh. Is he Japanese Ren? Thank you for the follow! I appreciate it immensely.
I have a question.
You have a question?
Do you think they have humans in their stomach? They feel humans in their stomach? It's a good joke.
No, it's just weird, Justin.
Let's see. Oh my god! I need to get caught up on... I need to read more, Moriarty the Patriot. I was reading it a little bit, and then I fell off for a while. I got distracted by something else. But it's actually pretty good. It's not exactly my bag, but I do like it. Doflamingo has no business being that GNC and acting like he does. We've agreed he's homophobic. We've agreed that he's the kind of man who claims that he's bisexual but only dates cis women and trans men because he still perceives them as being feminine.
I wanted to see if the guy thought that Yamato was not trans, but pulling it up did not see anything on Twitter, so...
It's Honda-san, that's great. Oh my god! Huh. You like a pairing? You could draw me with another Sea Dog VA character. He called his brother the F-slur, and I will stand by that. Corazon, the bisexual icon that he was. Agreed. I need to rewatch Casher and Sins. I remember liking it, but it's been a while. Let's see. I'm gonna check behind the voice actor as well, because this won't have games that he's been in, and I know he's been in some video games as well. So this on my QRT, but he did a shirtless Yamato in the Pride thread was hot, very attractive, made him do the pose that makes me weak when guys do it. Good job, good job. So let's go to BTVA. That'll be a little better, I think. Behind the voice actor, Saito Soma? Is that how you spell it? Yeah, okay.
Yes, One Piece. Yes, One Piece is not political, as I sit here and I'm in the middle of Water 7 and I read the lines, but no ordinary citizen can defy the world government.
Soma Saito. Yes, this is the... I think this is the same guy. Yeah, I think so.
I did not know that Sanji could play the guitar.
It makes perfect sense. Yes, this is the same guy. Ah!
I have to share a thought with you.
Do you need me to mute or?
I can hear this. It's just something that just hit me because I've been liking Ludwig videos. So I hit his girlfriend sometimes, Cutie Cinderella.
Mm-hmm.
I simply can't with her because it's a very personal thing. She reminds me very much of a very like kind of ditzy bimbo girl that I used to know back in my teen years.
Understandable.
She looks so much like her.
Oh my god, okay, tossing that on the fucking pile too. Christ alive. Okay, so we have a good... So we have a good potential lineup for Kenshin. We have Ren. Moriarty. Honda-san. Fucking Diavolo. Chung Yoon and Tim Drake. Honestly, I think, I don't know why I'm deliberating. I think Diavolo's the funniest one. I think he's just the funniest one. I think that's the funniest option we have. You got Ren who voiced Stimpy. Shut up. Jail. Jail for 1,000 years. Alright. That's first pair. Now... Yashiro Taiko. Or Taku. Bengus. Bongus. Let's go to yours. And paste. And search. Taku Yashiro. We'll do BTS first. BTVS. So this is Sanosuke's voice actor. Oh, great start! Oh my god! This is so fucking funny. Hello, Susie.
So I have been acknowledged.
Not a lot of faces that I recognize. Oh my god! He's Gordy! That's great! Let's see. Yeah, so not... He's Pokemon Jack Black. Let's see if Mal gives us any... See if Mal gives us anything we didn't already have. Gordy Pokemon was hot. So, see, somebody agrees with Brooke. Brooke loves Gordy, but nobody else does. Which sucks.
Self-offering.
I like Gordy just fine. He's just not my type is all. I'm not seeing... Not seeing anything that I recognize big time. Oh, he was going! That's cool. Yeah, okay. Don't recognize anybody big, so I think we're gonna go with Gordy. I think Gordy's sufficiently funny. In fairness, Kenshin and Diavolo is gonna be really hard to top.
What even is this?
I'm doing there's a fun little trend that's been going around that's like, two characters who are voiced by the same voice actor interacting. And I thought that'd be fun, because the new Kenshin's coming out.
Fair enough, fair enough.
So, ba-ba-ba. So we have Kenshin, so we have, let's see. Kaoru. Oops, I guess. We want to do Takashi Irie. And then... Copy, go to find the voice actors. Mally just found the bathrooms at VidCon. Jesus. So let's see. It's gonna be the new character in tech. Huh! Is that so? Huh? Ooh, we may have to just pack it up. That might just be the winner. Oh, there has to be a particularly funny one to not let me draw. She's Hu Tao, this is Megumin, yeah. Oh, she's Dawn. Oh, it's gonna have to be something good for me to not want to draw I. Ash Curiolite, this is Amelia. Prime, waifus, it would seem. Wonder Girl, alright. Oh, it's gonna be so, oh god, it's gonna be so tough to not just draw I. I love her so much, my beautiful, beautiful daughter. Cosplayer's eye while she was dying. No! Fuck! Brutal. Absolute dickheads, the lot of you. Monsters. How could you fucking dare? Oh, she was the main character in Oculus Strip. Okay. This anime is actually really funny. I really liked Oculus Strip. The anime was really good. I thought it was really funny. Oh yeah, nope, that's it. I'm gonna draw I. That's gonna be it. That's gonna be it. That's gonna be what we do. Beginning, middle, and end of it. Absolutely. I'm gonna draw her and I, because I have to, because I love them. I'm so excited for this figure. I want it so bad. Hang on, wait. No, she's not available. I wanted her! Look at how cute! Ah! Okay. Let's do... You know what? I'm gonna do Saito's as well, and then that's gonna be the last one. And I don't need to look this one up, because I already did, and I already know the answer. Because it's very, very funny. No, I need the... Oh, yeah, I keep forgetting that I have to preface. You ever sometimes forget that the thing you like is sometimes based on actual history, so you just get, like, real photos? Sometimes. Yeah. Yeah, no, yep. Nope, we don't- that one's the other one we're doing because it's gonna be funny. It's just really funny. It was the thing that made me want to do this definitively. Saito and Rengoku have the same voice actor, and it's very, very funny. Hop up. Okay. Art time. I saw some really cool Nazar charms on Etsy. Do you have any? Nazar? I don't know what that is. What are you talking about? Ever realize the things you like are based on histories? Do you have to specify or get real life pictures instead? Yes, Eaton, it's called being a Clone High fan. Damn, you're right.
You gotta switch back to your canvas?
I am. I'm moving my tablet. 1 second. I also finished paying Silver so I can post the video he edited now. I'm legally allowed. I probably could have done it sooner, but I don't like to, if I don't have to. Oh, yeah. I've thought about it. I'm gonna draw Kaoru and I first, because I think that's the funniest one. How many people paid for the smut? Oh yeah, so, if you do a little, it should be... Ko-fi? Yeah! If you do a little exclamation point Ko-fi, I have a Ko-fi now that I've set up proper. There's only 2 tiers on it right now. One of them is for $5. For $5, you can get access to my not safe for work art. All 3 pieces of it so far. And then for $10, I posted a bunch of, artwork that's gonna be for, videos. So, like, for example, like, I posted the Kit Kat videos. Ludish. Well, I mean, it's not safe for work, it's dicks. You can see a penis. The only reason I'm not paying $10 is because I want to be surprised when the videos come out. Yeah! I want to share that artwork because I have been working hard on it, but part of the reason I made it a higher tier is so that A, the people who want to be surprised still can be, and B, so that, B, because it's something I worked really hard on and you're gonna see it anyway. I take it this is taking the place of Patreon? Yeah. I have some feelings about Patreon. I don't know. I've heard a lot of not great shit, and I'd rather just, especially because, like, I don't know, I don't do a whole lot outside of, like, I don't do, like, I barely have the time to do shit like private streams, and I've never wanted to make the I don't like the idea of the Discord being private. So like, I might do that if I have to at some point, but like, until I have to, I'm not gonna. But like, so I feel like I don't do enough to warrant a Patreon, because all I'm gonna do is post art. I may post videos early, but I haven't decided yet. Good to know. Just wanted to check what's the best way to support you because I want to see your stuff. Aw, thank you. Yeah, I might... If I haven't closed the Patreon down properly, then I will at some point, but like... Kickstarter Patreon froze the funds for the Hurricane Katrina Relief Fund when something awful did it. It's stuff like that, and then, like... I've also just, like, in general, like, it feels like I keep constantly hearing things that are not great TM about Patreon. So I'd rather use Ko-Fi. I'm on Patreon isn't holding creators accountable for spending patrons' money given specific purposes on unrelated, especially Funko Pops and other plastic toys. I don't know what that means. Patreon is fucking brutally terrible. Spirits are worse, every Ko-Fi you get. Well, a couple of people did. I know someone in this chat. I know someone in this chat paid for my lewds. Why did I write worse? Justin was funny, because I was minding my own business. I was minding my own business. I was on my fucking break. And I'm just sitting there in my room, scrolling through TikTok, because that's what I've been taken to doing, is I'll scroll through TikTok for an hour before I go back to work. Just take a little union break. And I was scrolling through TikTok, and I got an email notification that was like, Justin has subscribed to your Ko-Fi at the $5 tier, and then left a comment about Cordelia's titties. So I just, because my room is right next to his office, I just got up, opened my door, leaned around his door, and went, "Hey, thanks, man." It was really funny. They're baller. Are they good tits? I mean, I would think so. I think so, but I'm biased. New art idea, Freudian slit. Sex joke. Pocket's dead at the end of the Wano arc. Do you think later on in the series would see someone else using the straw fruit? Maybe. That's something to think about consistently every time a devil fruit user dies now that we know that because of Dressrosa. There's always the chance that we'll see their devil fruit again. I don't know if I talked about this, but I cannot explain to you how much of a fucking jump scare it was to find out that X-Drake was a redhead. I thought his hair was blue for sure. like, oh, this man has, like, ice blue hair. Like, for sure, for sure, for sure. And then I watched the anime and was like, nope, redhead. I'm like, ah, fuck! I have to, like... one of these days you're gonna see me post an edit on Twitter. Because I was talking to Avi about this while I was reading. The way that they write Jinbei's laugh, specifically, the way that it's written phonetically, because he does the, I think he's his wahaha, right? I cannot explain to you why, in my head, while reading, I hear Bowser's Mario 64 laugh. It's just what I hear, and I cannot stop thinking about it. So I have to do an edit of him. I have to find a clip of him laughing and then edit in the woo 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 woo. And then just post it on Twitter and be like, am I insane? Does this make sense to anybody else? Because everyone in One Piece has their funny laugh, you know? Well, a lot of characters in One Piece have a funny laugh. You mean the Kefka laugh? No, he does a... Like, I just hear, like, for example, hang on. Super Mario 64. Okay, so like... Tell me if I'm nuts, hang on. Jinbei... laugh. Like, okay. Tell me... Blah. Like this is, like, here's a little gif of him laughing, right? Tell me you can't see it. Right? Am I nuts? Am I insane? I don't think I'm insane. I think that makes perfect sense. I just feel like he sounds like Bowser. Chainsaw Man's getting a second season, my movie, and a movie, my guess is season 2 is going to be Bomb and Assassin arcs, the movie is going to be Control arc. I would say probably. That's where I'd put my money for sure. It'd be interesting if Hell was the movie, though, as well, so... I don't know if I'd wrap part 1 with a movie, I guess? Maybe? Maybe they'll do the bomb arc as the movie, and then... I could see that being it, too. Where they do the bomb arc as the movie, and then... Assassin and Control arcs. Watching Devil Fruit Encyclopedia recently, want to make a zone based on the greater basilisks from the Owl House. I love that all of the, like, subspecies of, the dragon zoan are, I love that they're all dinosaurs. Drawing Ai is gonna be fun. She's so cute. Oshinoko is so good.
Oshinoko is great.
Motherfucker's continuing to do interesting things with isekai for once. Favorite evolution? Did you know Vaporeon? Shut up! Shut the fuck up about your stupid Vaporeon fun facts. You finish that thought, I'll ban you. I mean, mine's Jolteon.
Mine is Espeon, but close seconds are Sylveon and Vaporeon.
In true me fashion, the one I like the most is one that I keep hearing is very bad in the meta, but I don't care.
Jolteon's considered bad?
That's what I keep hearing.
Well, I don't know anything about meta, but I know in, like, normal single-player shit, Jolteon's, like, really good and one of your best options.
I like the spiky dog. Listening to people rag on my poor boys all the time. All my favorites, nobody likes my favorite Pokemon.
People love Jolteon. It's like one of the fan favorites, I think.
Is it?
From what I can tell.
It doesn't seem like it to me. I liked Vaporeon before the memes. I love that.
I also like Vaporeon before the memes.
I love that Alpha Rad joke of, like, all of his favorites are, like, wicked sus, but he likes them for totally wholesome reasons. Have to listen to people talk shit about my boys all the time. About Totodile and Natu. Out here with my hot, spicy Pokemon takes that nobody else likes but me. Natu and Xatu are awesome. I love them! Most of my, like, it's really funny because, like, my top 10 favorite Pokemon are really hilarious because only 2 of them are not birds. Or I guess my top 6, my go-to team, only 2 of them are not birds. So I think in my full 10, because then we'd get stuff like Snom and Crocolore.
Say that last one again?
Crocolore?
That's not a Pokemon.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know which one you're talking about. That's probably not how you pronounce that.
Yeah, it is. I think it's the wrong phase, but it's the right Pokemon.
Are you thinking of
Yeah,
Croconaw?
Crocolore!
Show me a picture.
Crocolore!
Oh, okay.
I said the wrong thing. I was thinking of, Fuecoco, but it's the same line. That's why I was like, I couldn't think of that. That's why I was like, it's the wrong Pokemon in the line I'm thinking of, but...
I'm not up to date with the newest. I'm not up to date with the newest, all of the Gen Pokemon yet, because I nickname all my Pokemon, so I don't always remember their line names. I'm dumb.
My ideal team is Totodile, Mareep, Natu, Talonflame, or Azatu, Talonflame, Skarmory, and I can't think of the last one. Fuck. Oh, Rowlet.
2 fully evolved Pokemon, 1 that doesn't evolve at all, and the rest are babies.
Yep. I love them, Your Honor. I mean, I like Fletching and, Fletchinder as well, but, like, Talonflame.
Talonflame's rad. I used mine in X and served me well.
Oh, not Skarmory, Corviknight. I'm a dumbass. Wrong Steelbird. I love Corviknight. Corviknight was one of those ones that immediately... I was like, oh, Rookity's so cute. I wonder what he evolves into. And then I evolved him all the way into Corviknight, and I was so fucking happy. I love him with all of my heart. Corviknight are so cool. I like birds. I just like birds, chat. Elemental Monkey, Scoville, and Autono, and Goodra. What an interesting type. What an interesting group. Particularly partial to Panpour, Pansage, and Pansear? I like the Funky Monkeys. They're cute. Avian Admirer. True. I did not say Broccolore. I said Crocolore with a C. You're fools. I did not.
Yeah, no. There was no B there. It was C as in cat. I was just being stupid.
Grass Monkey. Funky Monkey.
Let's see,
There's the B. There's the B.
My 6 favorite Pokemon's probably Mismagius, Empoleon, Alolan Vulpix. Did I say Espeon already?
No.
No, Espeon. I mean, I have a whole bunch that I like that are kind of mushed together, but to just pick 6 other than those 4, it's kind of hard.
B Sharp really worked his way into my heart during my Sword and Shield playthrough. Because, like, A, he was just kind of my rock for catching Pokemon once I gave him False Swipe, but, like, also he just kind of became part of my team, and I loved him. And originally, while he was just there to help me, like, finish the Pokedex, I just kind of actually fell in love with him. It was like, oh no, I just actually like the funny man now.
It's why I play Pokemon games the way I do, because I fall in love with Pokemon I never would have thought I would otherwise. Like, Clefable, or Arcanine, there's others as well.
Joltik?
I've become very fond of Joltik and Galvantula, but I haven't gotten a chance to use them yet. I just like them.
I also like Joltik and Galvantula.
Because of the comic.
I like a lot of bug types. A lot of the bug types are cute.
I've become way more endeared to Scolipede recently.
Scolipede's very good. The funny treadmill.
Bug Horse.
Bug Horse. Yeah, I wonder why you've become endeared to Scolipede. Can't imagine why you might have developed some fondness for him in recent months.
It's fun to draw a stressed out Scolipede, I don't know what to tell you.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
Big fan of Talonflame and Braviary. No, not well. I mean, Braviary's cool. I mean, Staraptor. Snom.
Snom. I love Snom.
Yum.
He's just a little guy. I love him so much. I like the funny flamingo.
The funny flamingo is good.
Everybody else hates him. They hated him because he was too good. Everybody, big haters of Flamingo in this chat, in this fucking community, and all of them are cringe. Chad Flamingo enjoyer.
I love Sylveon.
Kilowatt Trill's grown on me. Fan of Unpheasant, especially after it got Brave Bird in Gen 8.
Unpheasant finally able to use its attack stat.
It couldn't learn Brave Bird?
So, fun fact about the P-Dove line, it has an abysmal special attack stat. It has a pretty good normal physical attack stat. It learns basically no physical attacking moves whatsoever.
What?
Yep.
That's wild.
Yep.
That feels like... I mean, far be it from me to say these things typically, but like that feels like an oversight. Not a single one? Like it couldn't even learn Tackle?
Well, it never learned any good moves to utilize that attack stat.
Well, yeah, I was gonna
Like
say, there's a difference between it didn't utilize its stats well and it learned nothing.
What I meant was it didn't learn anything good.
Okay, I was gonna say... Like, it
learned
didn't learn
nothing,
Tackle?
so
It didn't learn
didn't
Peck?
It did. I mean, it didn't learn anything that properly utilized its physical attack stat that was worth keeping
Okay.
for endgame.
That makes more sense.
I don't know if it knows Peck or if it can learn Peck, but that's only like a 35 base power move, I think.
Yeah, there's a difference between ones that aren't good and nothing. Because I was gonna say, I don't think there's a single Pokemon that doesn't know a single physical move.
Some weird things. It's like, Unpheasant's not more powerful than a fucking Haxorus. So, like, why didn't you give it any good physical moves?
Yeah, that feels nuts. Comic-Con! Thank you for the $50!
Hell yeah, we got to the next goal, so now we're at 455?
We're now at 455, yeah.
Another loot has been unlocked.
Another loot has been unlocked. Guess that'll be Saturday's art stream. And then ribbon. There we go. There we go. Draw Eye first, because I like her. She's a cutie. I've also been kind of looking for an excuse to draw her. Justin Dick Story, let's go! Oh, if we're considering those as carryovers, I guess I have to pull that fucking Doflamingo video back up.
Do we want to see if Justin can get pulled in for a second?
He said he's in a meeting.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, comment! Yeah, let me pull up the fucking video, I guess. No, just the Justin one. Well, you guys can listen to me get mad at you don't have to suffer an idiot. Well, I'm gonna have to, because Avi and I are doing a commentary, so I'm gonna have to watch the video a couple more times.
Justin says his meeting's till 2:30, at least that's what is scheduled.
Okay. So, probably not today. Or no, 2:30, that's fine, yeah.
Yeah, like, you don't have to wait that long.
Yeah. Go into history.
Justin says should be faster.
Okay. I'm gonna skip his shitty intro skit. Here we'll...
I wish you could share more than one screen at a time so I can listen to this guy not understand One Piece again.
Why would
yell
you
about it.
Why would you want that?
So that we could both be on the same page as we both yell about it.
Well, I'm just gonna be doing line art, so...
That's just true. I'm pulling up your stream now on my Lappy Top so I can still watch you do art.
Best guy ever? This looks like a comic skater? What does that mean? Oh, I fucked up. Hang on. There we go. I want to... We're gonna change the size. Edit, transform. Gonna do... 50?
Oh yes, wandering, and it's stupid.
No, we want to do... Oh wait, what's... Hang on.
And then we can take a break when Justin's done with his meeting. So he can tell the funny dick story.
There we go. That'll work. Just gonna put that in the corner. Turn on my angy eyebrows. Doflamingo? Wasted potential? Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh boy.
Wandering, you and me, samesies.
Last decade. But as I was doing that, I juxtaposed him against the character of Trafalgar D. Law and went into detail on why I have problems with the representation of that character. However, Law is a good guy, and that video was about villains, so I wanted to flesh out the other item that I dropped in the middle of there, and that is why I have such massive problems with the characterization of Don Quixote do Flamengo. And here's the thing. So many of the people who commented on that video specifically wanted to point out how much they loved Do Flamingo. So this video is not me telling you that you are wrong or that you're dumb or anything of the sort. It's me pointing out the ways that Oda specifically fucked up the representation of that character and why.
I'm not saying you're dumb or you're wrong. I'm just saying that the author fucked up how he wrote his own character. I'm not saying that you're wrong for liking this character and that the character is good. I'm just saying that the author is wrong.
Like, authors can fuck up. Like, hi, George Lucas. How is it writing women? It's difficulty impossible. But, like, Oda? Ducks in a row, every single part of the buffalo, Oda?
Well, no, it's not even, like, the assertion that, like... It's not the assertion that Oda's wrong that's the problem, because, like, yeah, sometimes motherfucking authors are wrong. We all know that. Some of us in this chat are Harry Potter fans, right? But, like... but it's the notion that it's these two things juxtaposed against one another. It's the, like... I'm not saying that you're wrong for liking this character. I'm just saying that he was written incorrect. He was objectively written incorrectly. Alright, big takes, big swings. Big opening swings here. You love to see a man with some opinions. 'Cause God forbid.
He does not deserve to be treated now as the character that he was promised to be, or as that a lot of people seem to think that he is. So here...
I love that term as well, because again, we were joking about, like, poor Alex Roshan.
Poor Alex Roshan.
If you know anything about Alex, poor Alex. Just really... I was saying we have to get a cameo for him for this video. Of the joke we made was that we're gonna get Alex to do the, like, hey, we need you to say the thing. Oh, you want me to be Spamton? No, before that. You want me to, you want me to be Hades? No, before that. Slow people are worse than bestiality? No. Before that. I'm not talking about Jasper Bat Jr. robbing me of a good boss fight. That's all we needed. Click. The difference is that Alex was 16. And this is a grown-ass man.
Here we go. So firstly, the good stuff. So Doflamingo was introduced as one of the first Chichibukai we meet in the series. As I recall that...
Okay, also, I wanna talk about this as, like, this 100%, I'm gonna preface this particular take with, this is a personal thing. I fucking hate this shit. I hate when motherfuckers do this! I hate, it's so fucking cringe to me when,
Just say Celestial Dragon.
No, Shichibukai is the Seven Warlords.
Just say 7 Warlords!
Just say the Warlords. Just say he was introduced as a warlord. I hate when they do this. Like, it's so fucking annoying. It's so fucking... And obviously, like, oh, it's clearly it's because he reads the scans, which is true, right? But, like, just say the fucking Warlords. Just...
We have an English title for them.
It's weird. It's just weird, and it's kind of cringe. And it's weeb behavior. It's like, oh, that's what they're called in Japan. Yeah, it is, but we're not speaking Japanese.
Curse fun fact redeem.
Fucking give me a second. Get to see my 700 open tabs. I need to do some recording later tonight. I like this one. Dolphins can identify humans by checking their skeletons with sonar.
It's not it's not the anthropologists that are gonna have to worry about. You're gonna have to worry about when you're dead. It's clearly the dolphins.
Clearly the dolphins.
Right after the Straw Hats met Blackbeard, and we're getting ready to go to Skypiea. So it's cool. He's like one of the endgame bosses that we meet early on. But here's the thing about Doflamingo. Just look at him as he was first presented here, right? What does this appearance scream to you? Does this scream to you gigantic muscle man with the power to control an entire country personally, like with just his power? No.
This is the thing, right? Consistently throughout this video, because I have watched it. We did watch a little bit. We watched most of it before this stream. There's something that's really fucking weird. Is he keeps conflating devil fruit ability with physical strength for some reason, which we know factually is not the case. Like he's like, does he scream big muscle man to you? Like, no, he screams... In the original, he screamed fucking loser. Look at the way he walks. What a fucking dork ass. But like, Crocodile didn't scream muscle man to me. Crocodile felt like a Bond villain. Like, I didn't think like Muscle Man when I saw him.
Yeah, we're not hearing any complaints about Crocodile's strength and capabilities.
Yeah, Law isn't a big muscle man either, but Law can take motherfuckers apart. Like, I don't...
Literally
turn you into bouillon cubes, dog. I don't know what... Like, it's this weird conflation of, like... Because his fucking magic is particularly strong, he should be physically imposing, which he's not, because he isn't. He's a fucking dweebus manipulator. It's part of his, like... It's part of his characterization, is that he hides how strong he is constantly.
Yeah, Luffy's a scrawny-ass teenager.
Yeah, that's another good one. It's like, yeah, neither does Luffy. What are you talking about? It's an excellent point, Wandering. I didn't even think about that.
No, I don't think so. That big guy to his left, now he maybe does. So having
That's
just
Kuma.
met Doflamingo, what are the first things we learn about him? Well,
I want to learn more about
the
Kuma.
meeting that he showed up to here, the one thing he does is he puppets one character. Exactly one man, Doflamingo, seems to use some sort of mysterious puppeteering power and control to make him fight another Marine. Now let's stop.
So we're gonna stop him right here. So he's gonna go on a weird tangent later. about, like, why wouldn't we see him control all these other people in all these other situations? Why would he only be I want you to look at, like, the situation that this is, where he bursts in on this admiral's meeting. Because he's gonna harp on this a lot. This guy's power scalar vibes. Oh, for sure. But, like, what do you get out of power scaling, like, or what would he get out of manipulating more than one person in this room? Like, what would be the benefit to that? Because, like, he was already kind of here uninvited, so, like...
If I'm remembering, he was invited, but no one expected him to show up, if memory serves.
Yeah, so, like, if he's here to make a point, why would he manipulate, like, all of the people in this room? What would the point of that be? If he's just doing it to send a message to them that he's as powerful as he ever was, there'd be no point in manipulating more than one person. Especially when there's people like Suru in the room. Like, yeah, I'm sure this would have gone great for him had he decided to, like, try and manipulate people like Suru or Sengoku when they were in the room. Unfucking believable.
Right there. This is, on its face, a terrifying ability. Just to get the noodle cooking, what if Doflamingo possessed Zoro and made him fight Luffy? That sounds serious. This is already a great power, and let's see where we go from there. So the next time we hear...
Okay. Here's the thing about that in particular. Like, I don't know if this is what I would consider, like, a full-fledged point, so this isn't maybe something I'd include in a commentary, but, like, the Straw Hats historically do not fight in the same place at the same time. You know what I mean? Like, why didn't he control Zoro to, like, he could control Zoro to fight Luffy? It's like, yeah, he could, but, like, typically Zoro is somewhere else fighting someone else. Like, it just doesn't... They scatter like rats and go crazy mode immediately. Yeah. Even the physical powerhouses tend to not look like that, like Zoro and Sanji. Exactly! Like, physical appearance means nothing. We know that. Factually correct.
I mean, like, I get his point, though. It's just, like, if he was able to turn the Straw Hats against one another with his manipulation abilities, that would be a scary fight, because, like, the one being possessed would have no qualms with trying to kill the other, because it'd be Dawn doing it. Whereas, like, if it was, like his example of Zoro versus Luffy would be doing his all to be able to knock Zoro out and not kill the fucker, because he's his friend. So, like, I understand that would be a tricky situation to deal with. It's true. His statement's not false. It's just, like...
I mean, see, I disagree, because, like, fundamentally, I think the thing about that, like... I think that'd be something that would get turned on its head pretty easy. Because, like, Doflamingo, like, from what we've seen, he can't, like... For example, he can't make them use their devil fruit powers. Like, he can only move their bodies physically. So, like, every single one of the Straw Hats would be weaker than if they were themselves normally. And because it's not a mental...
That's a fair point.
And because it's not a mental manipulation, it's a physical one, it'd be just like what he did to Bellamy. Luffy would be like, oh man, I'm really sorry about what's gonna happen, and then he would just knock them the fuck out. Like, Luffy would just cold cock them. It'd be a funny, like, bait and switch, I think. I think it'd be a good setup for a joke, but I don't think that, like, just historically, I don't think that what we know about how the Straw Hats are, and what we know now about Doflamingo's powers, I think that, like, doing that wouldn't have been the get that he thinks it would have been. Like, especially if it was Zoro. Zoro in particular would have been like, oh, well, shit. Go for it, Captain, you know what to do. And Luffy'd be like, hell yeah, Zoro, hold still. Bam! express ship you back to the Reaper for the third time, you know what I mean? Like, I don't feel like...
From Doflamingo is after Skypiea has resolved and we're back on Jaya, and we see Bellamy and his crew, who were the antagonists during the Jaya arc before Skypiea, confronting Doflamingo because they were like a vassal pirate crew to him. They reported to him, and the fact that they lost to Luffy was a big slap in the face to him. And here, in the past, we see, again, Doflamingo puppeteering one character and making him attack another member of his crew. In this case, Sarkis attacking Bellamy. It's...
Again, for the second time... Sir, I would like you to explain to me what manipulating more than one character in this instance would have done, other than let people know he could do it, something he was trying to not let people know. What would be the point? Like, these are fucking mooks, my man.
There's no Bellamy's the one that fucked up. Why punish literally everybody else?
Like, what?
When you only need to discipline one person.
Like, yeah, what do you, like, truly, the notion of, like, oh, he just did it to one guy again, we never knew. Well, yeah, because he didn't want you to know. Like, I truly do not understand why you would puppeteer more than one person in this instance.
They're all instances where doing it more than once would be either way too excessive or a bad idea.
Yeah, like, it would be wildly excessive force. The 2 times that we see him, like, manipulate more than one person with the strings, both in the Corazon flashback and in Dressrosa, are, fun fact, big man, this magical thing called a last resort. Like, he's not gonna just run around turning cities on one another just to fucking do it. He has this magic thing called a fucking brain cell. It's one of the reasons he is a main antagonist, you know? Controversially. It feels weird to think that he was around for so long. I keep forgetting, that Doffy was around as long as he was. Had to step away for a moment, and I had a thought, you know who else isn't a huge muscle man? 78-year-old Silvers Raleigh. You know, Dark King Raleigh, who went toe-to-toe with an admiral and was also a devil fruit user. Yeah! You know who also isn't, like, a big, huge muscle man? Shanks! Fuck.
It's very serious, it's very intense, and it's very intimidating. So again, don't let that fly over your head. What we've seen so far is him puppet one character at a time, and he's been set up to have, like, a network of connections. He's the biggest, like, broker character we've seen so far. This man is being set up to be a cool puppeteering mastermind guy. Okay,
and spoilers, he is.
That's in Shaboni Archipelago, when Disco, the guy who runs the slave auction that the mermaids and all the other weirdos at the slave house are being auctioned off at, that place is run by Doflamingo. This guy Disco works for him and gives him a call when Luffy fucks the whole thing up and, like...
Which is actually kind of interesting in hindsight. This isn't a point against him, this is just a point about One Piece. Which actually is kind of neat when you think about it in retrospect, right? Because the slave house was for, celestial dragons. So it's kind of neat. It's a nice little bit of, foreshadowing about his background, that he has ties to that he still has ties to the celestial dragons. I think that's neat.
Are we watching it again?
I said that if they donated $25, then they'd get a live commentary of me watching it.
By the way, here's a point I don't know if you'd made already, or if you thought of the first time. This isn't even my final form.
Yeah.
Like, as a concept.
Oh, Wondering brought up an immaculate point that I hadn't even thought of, because he's like, does this scream like big muscle man who can manipulate an entire city? No. You know who else aren't big muscle men? Luffy, Sanji, and Zoro.
That's literally true.
You know who else aren't big muscle men? 80-year-old Silvers Raleigh.
He's like mid-size buff man. Let's
Yeah.
be real. You've seen him shirtless.
Well, yeah, you know who isn't like gigantic, who doesn't radiate like raw physical power? Raleigh and Shanks.
And Roger, honestly.
And Roger, yeah.
I still love just a mere paramecia.
Just
Fucking
a
kidding.
mere
We'll get there.
Yeah, Christ. Oh, hey, that's cool. Shithead returned to his shithead roots. Also, I just pointed out, because I just didn't think about it until now, because he's talking about Sabaody again.
Yeah.
This isn't a point against him. It's just I didn't think about it. It's another bit of, oh man, I love Oda in hindsight. It's really neat. The slave auction was being run by Doflamingo. It's a nice little bit of foreshadowing about his connection to the Celestial Dragons. That's kind of interesting.
Also, in the conversation he has with Disco over the snail, Disco's like, dude, human trafficking is about to fucking go under. And he's like, human trafficking is so last season. Smiles are where it's at.
Yeah. Did you know that... Robot person, do you know why there's a Hillary Clinton standee in the background? No.
Did you know that?
Did you know? No, I don't. But given some things that he says later, I could register a couple of guesses.
As to why Hillary Clinton's there?
Yeah.
I think she has something different on her in every video.
Hmm.
And because this is One Piece, it's an eye patch. But don't quote me
Anyway.
on that.
Bust the guys out or something. Again, we're characterizing Doflamingo as a man with connections who makes indirect deals to edge his way out ahead in life.
Things that he...
A puppeteer. Next time we see
So he keeps... This is so fucking infuriating. It's so annoying and condescending, first of all. But, like, second of all, also, you keep emphasizing it, like, because he is capable of winning a fist fight, that those things about him are not true. Like, does he stop being a puppeteer when he can throw hands? I don't know about that. Like, two things can be true at once. That feels like, it's so weird to me that he's so fixated on, like, oh, he's a puppeteer, get it? He's like a puppeteer character, but because he can fight, he's not that anymore. Like, you can be both.
Was the thought process that Luffy would show up in the throne room, like Treble and Diamante? I was going to say all the other strong people, and then I said Diamante. But, like, all the other strong people... Like, dude, I hate Diamante. He's such a fucking shit. But, like, like, Luffy gets in, and, like, Doflamingo has, like, one thing he can do. Like, I can try controlling him, and then it just doesn't work out, and he gets punched. Like, is that what he wanted? Or did he want, like, Zoro to be the final boss?
See, this is what he said, right? And I brought this up because I didn't think about it the first watch, but, like, the second watch, the Straw Hats never fight together. Like, they kind of scatter, so, like, I don't know why you would think that this fight would be different. And then the other thing being, like, it doesn't matter who he takes control of. Ultimately, I think it'd be a good joke subversion of that trope, because they'd be like, you don't want to fight your own friends, do you? Luffy would just be like, aw, man, I'm really sorry about this, and then just knock them the fuck out.
I honestly, no, you know what I would do if I was Luffy in that situation? It would be like, you wouldn't want to fight Zoro, would you? And then he'd be like, yeah, I don't. And then he'd punch Doflamingo.
Yeah.
Because he can't hold his own in a fight.
Like, exactly. He'd be like, oh, you don't want to... But, like, it'd be like, you don't want to fight Zoro, do you? And then Zoro would be like, Luffy, hit me as hard as you can. And Luffy's like, yeah, all right.
Also, like, you were saying, like, there are no real group fights in One Piece, and I can think of two.
I was gonna say, not really.
In the whole series.
I was gonna say there's a few, but not typically.
Yeah, like Robin and Chopper fighting Hogback and whoever Hogback had with him. I don't fucking remember. Thriller Bark was a while ago. But, like, that and, like, the bit in Enies Lobby where it's, like, Zoro, Usopp, Sanji, and Nami like tagging in and out against Javra and Kaku, but like that's kind of it.
Yeah, like, I
No,
don't...
there's one other one. It's the fucking the Galila shipwrights versus those random dickheads. Like, goddamn.
Like, they just... Typically, it's just like, we all fucking smash his bottle. Scatter! Like...
He picked up a 45, threw it on the ground, and yelled, "Stop!"
Yeah, like, it isn't... Like, it's never a, like... It's never like a one-room ballroom blitz, dog. They're always in different places. I don't know what you would have expected.
Yeah, meanwhile, Zoro's getting thrown by the fucking bowling guy so he could chop Pika into very small pieces.
I was gonna say, you didn't want to watch Zoro fight Pika? That sounds like a fucking distinct you problem. Because I love watching Zoro fight Pika.
Actually, of course he would want to watch Zoro fight Pika. Pika's black.
Listen. We're making a lot of assertions.
Dude, Dio's gonna get so
Anyway.
Flamingo, it's the war of the best. It's the big fucking war between the Marines and the Shichibukai and the Whitebeard Pirates. Doflamingo gets some further characterization here, where he talks about how he would have liked to have worked with Crocodile, and how this man is the wokest, most black-pilled man alive, as he recounts this really
Okay. This is what we like to call foreshadowing.
I also love how he uses the word woke.
Yeah,
Like-
that's what I mean when I say this, my lovely Legionnaires, is what we like to call foreshadowing.
This is so fucking stupid. I'm gonna blow my brain out.
However, yeah, this speech is really good.
The speech is incredibly good.
Did you know that Doflamingo is actually a really good villain, despite this piss baby being upset that that we don't live in a society?
It's so good because Doflamingo is a great character and a great villain, and he's like, because I also want to stress for a moment the idea of like, oh, this is the best. Like, let's say Rob Lucci is actually a good villain,
Mm-hmm.
and Doflamingo is the best villain we've had since Rob Lucci. Okay, hypothetically speaking. I think a really good barometer to show what a not great villain in One Piece is fucking Moria.
Yeah.
Like, Moria sucks. Like, no one likes him. Not even his own crew likes him half the time. You know who hates him? Kuma. Kuma's like, you're a real bitch, you know that? And he's like, yeah, well, I've got a whole crew. And he's like, and how's that working out for you? Like, Moria's a lame asshole who gets his shit rocked, and it's lame because he just so happens to be piloting something as big as oars. And, like, it just, like, yeah, I liked seeing Doflamingo on my screen. I thought he was at least, like, intimidating and interesting as a, like, villain character. Again, it's like with going back to like Hody. I thought Hody was lame as a villain, and I thought he was like dumb and stupid, and I didn't like it very much.
See, and I disagreed.
like-
I really liked Hody.
Well, I mean, like him being on my screen.
Yeah. That's just an area where you and I just disagree.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm gonna just move that up a little bit so her eyes connect, because that'll look a little better. There we go. Yeah, that's better.
phenomenal story about how good and evil are arbitrary concepts, and the
Yeah, this
Marines
is-
claim they fight for justice.
Listen.
But in other times and histories, people like the pirates would have been. And so he's framing this all as a big absurd joke that he's just laughing about. He's cackling about. That's his whole thing. He really.
Like, this is the thing, too, is... My brother in Christ, I don't know how you misinterpret that speech. Because the thing is, like, the whole basis of the speech is that history is written by the victors. That's the whole point.
It's not that good and evil are arbitrary.
Arbitrary.
Per se.
It's
It's
yeah, it
that-
has nothing to do with good and evil being arbitrary, and everything to do with his point being, history is written by the winners. That's why he's like, a victory, whoever wins today is who defines justice. Because his whole point is like, it isn't up for interpretation, it's whoever is on top gets to say that they're right. Very Makoto Shishio of him.
He really is the Joker of One Piece. We see him do some fighting here for the first.
Ha! Ha ha!
Well,
Ha 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 ha! Fuck yourself.
but he, don't you get it? It's because that's his code name.
Shut the fuck up!
No, it's fine.
When I say that Katakuri is one of the best villains in One Piece history, nobody bats an eye. But I say Doflamingo isn't as good as he could have been, and society calls me gay. Imagine Meat writing a racist couldn't be me.
I just love, like, him. I like that being the barometer for society calling him gay.
I love that Joker audio. Society calls me gay.
I'm gonna record that.
First time where he cuts some heads off people and does some big slash attacks, and looks pretty cool. Totally appropriate for a series like One Piece to see a big bad guy using his powers in mysterious ways that we don't understand yet, because at this time we have no idea what the nature of his powers are. Which is one.
By the way, I want you to keep that in mind, actually, because I just realized that this exact point of him being like, "Oh yeah, a big bad using his powers in a way we haven't seen before," is great. I want you to keep that in mind. Just hold on to that one. Just hold on to it in your beautiful brains, my lovely Legionnaires.
Your spicy head hole.
Just hold on to that.
One of the really exciting things about One Piece that Oda does very well: manage information about the villains. So during the war, like I said,
Oda does that well. Just hold on to that one.
Chop off this giant leg with some mysterious power. That's the most impressive thing we've seen so far. Other than that, also during the war, he uses his powers to control Diamond Jaws, who we had seen early in the series pick up a gigantic block of ice to throw it at the Marines. And this is by far the most impressive feat of raw physical strength we've seen in the entire series. So the fact that Doflamingo is able to use his powers and instantly control the man and stop him in his tracks is extremely, extremely intimidating.
Hold on to that one too, chat.
Also, I just like to say one more thing about that. Didn't Luffy break Oars' spine?
Yeah.
Is that not as physically...
No, because it doesn't prove my point.
Whitebeard, though. He's on screen.
He's right there.
Whitebeard could shit his pants, and that would be a more powerful feat.
Whitebeard shitting his pants is the most powerful feat.
It's actually funny because, you know the panel of Whitebeard standing behind Akainu after he cooked those donuts?
Yeah.
My favorite thing is I was watching it with Thomas, and he's like, "Boy, Akainu sure is shitting his pants right." Like, I can smell it from across the screen.
I was gonna say, do you know what burnt shit smells like? Would you like to?
Okay, so that's basically everything we knew about Doflamingo. We also
hang on, let me
connections to some of the higher ups in the One Piece world, but that's not relevant yet. And then the time skip happens. So now we're in the New World arc.
Thank God.
We get to Punk Hazard with the Straw Hat crew. It's at this point that Doflamingo becomes the main big antagonist that the Straw Hats are fighting against. He is a broker in the New World who controls the arms trade in a big way by making artificial devil fruits in conjunction with Caesar Clown, and he's very, very important specifically to Kaido, one of the Yonko, and this is some big important shit. Okay, so are you noticing the thread here? None of this stuff that he's done is like direct power or influence, with the sole exception of, in the war, cutting off Oars' leg, very impressively and jumping real high. That was all cool and interesting, but none of it screamed he's like a super massive, powerful man. His role has consistently been...
Thing says he's a powerful man, like cutting off the leg of something as big as Oars.
Yeah, cutting off Oars' leg doesn't scream big and powerful. Just went on and on and on and on and on about his fucking how big and strong and intimidating he was for taking control of that guy, But like, guys, not particularly. No. No. That's
No.
that's cringe, and you're cringe for thinking about that. Why would you connect those two things? Why would you pay attention to the things I say? Heaton, I'm starting to think this video is bad. No, it's
This is
it's
your brain
immaculate.
entity.
Yeah, no, it's immaculate. It's genius. It's why
Oh my
it's
god!
why it's
No,
commentary material.
no. The full title is "This is your brain on Digi. Any question?"
Yeah, God. Oh, actually,
Ugh.
hang on. I'm gonna
I'm so
start
fucking smart sometimes.
I'm gonna start working on Kaoru, so that way we at least have her sketch done before the end of the stream.
Also, if
This took a lot
Chat.
longer than I thought it was going to.
chat notices my fucking mic and audio quality shifting radically from second to second, it's because my headphones keep dying, so I keep putting them in their little case to charge up for a little bit, so that I'm not just like fucking sitting outside on my phone talking to you
Been
guys in the
backfilled as a puppeteer, drug
public.
dealer, kingpin, lord of crime kind of guy. That's his characterization so far, which only gets further expanded
Which
upon
he
during
still
the
is.
through what we see of him directly and with Law. But it's when we get to Dressrosa that things go off the rails. So keeping in mind everything that I've told you so far, what do you expect the final confrontation with Doflamingo to be like when they finally get to the Dressrosa arc, his dominion, the land where he is king? Now there are absolutely very, very good parts of the Dressrosa arc, and I'm not here to specifically attack that arc, even though it was very fucking long. I just want to stick to Doflamingo's characterization here. So I know that people are already gonna be mad at me, but we meet Doflamingo's crew, and basically all of them are really cool. Senor Pink, yay, everyone loves Senor Pink. Lao G is cool, the old lady with the art is cool, Sugar facilitates one of the greatest moments in the entire manga with Usopp, my favorite character, and the other guys, Kairos and Rebecca, they're cool too, but who cares? So finally we
Me,
Dude,
I
you know what I
can.
just realized?
Hmm.
You know who else was a really like cool fucking like mysterious kind of information broker type character? Crocodile.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You want to know another character that doesn't look like a physical powerhouse, but actually is? Kairos.
Crocodile.
Kairos for most of Dressrosa.
It's dude, take the coat off of Crocodile. He is the same height, build, and stature as Doflamingo.
As Doflamingo, yeah. He just has bigger tits because he's trans.
Yeah.
Fucking,
Good for him.
I want one, like, cutaway bit of him, like, except for Rebecca and Kairos, who cares? And then just, like, the text underneath me, it just, area Kairos stan.
No, you know what you do? You cut to Rebecca's funeral, but it's his face on...
I guess you could call me Odysseus, because I guess I'm nobody!
You can call
Hate
me
it here.
Sonic in that one Sonic Colors cutscene, because I'm nobody.
I thought you were gonna say take the coat off of Crocodile so we can see his tits.
God damn.
we get to some flashback info dumps about Doflamingo. Turns out, the man was a Tenryubito. His dad, being a blue-pilled SJW cuck. It's just a joke, guys. Don't jump down my throat. But he really did feel...
Don't jump down my throat. I'd like that.
Hey, fellas.
Hey, fellas.
Hey,
Is
fellas.
it a cock to love your family?
Does it make you a soy boy to want to better yourself? Well, of course it does, because you're friends with Digi, and
Oh my god.
and none of you on PKA would know anything about self-reflection if I smashed your faces into a mirror, so, you know.
I just realized as well, this is the only case of a direct, like, parental character loving their children in One Piece.
It's like I said this during our initial watch through. This is fucking fatherless behavior.
This is fucking fatherless behavior. Like,
This
the
is-
one time a father loves his children, and it's fucking this.
Like, imagine, like, listen, I understand that your dad didn't ever tell you he was proud of you, but, like, you really don't have to make that the internet's problem, you know?
I understand that your dad never told you that that they love you, and then became a big anime YouTuber called Digi.
Daddy'll come home with the milk eventually. Don't worry about it. It'll be fine. Does it make you a
This is
cuck if
just
you
not
want to
okay.
not own slaves? Discuss.
Of course. Well, I mean, he's white, so, like... you could fucking, like... look at his complexion. It looks like if he fucking went under the sun, he'd burst into flames.
Yeah, no kidding.
Like, for lack of a better term, Tenryubito guilt for being so much higher above in status than all the common people. So he took his family and he
Celestial
moved to
Dragon.
and just made them commoners. What he did
It
is that
just
everyone
sounds
so
better.
fucking hate him and want him dead and to torment his family their entire existence. He regretted that almost immediately, especially when his wife died. And that's not even funny, that's just sad. Okay, now we're getting into the shit. So, for example, one of the terrible things that happens is that Doflamingo, his brother and father, were literally crucified. Does this ring a bell to anybody? So just to recap here, Doflamingo, admittedly a bratish child already, was brought down from on high, introduced to the
Ooh, just a little
and then
bratish.
crucified just
Hang
for
on,
being
oh, wait.
who he was. This is sympathy for a character, wouldn't you say? It's almost like there's a moral ambiguity being got at here.
I want to preface. This is awkward to rejoin the class. Teacher, what the fuck are you talking about? So, fellas. Here's the thing about that. No. You want to know why no? A, the entire story up until this point, making this behavior from the people in the audience particularly justified. And B, hey, it's almost like there's no moral ambiguity or sympathy invoked in this character because do you know what he did right before this? He tried to kill a man in public for crossing the street in front of him.
Admittedly, bratty. Fellas, is it bratty to want to kill someone for something innocuous?
Fellas, is it bratty to demand that your parents buy more slaves?
Fellas, is it bratty to kill your dad?
You know? For something he didn't do or control? Interesting. Just... You'll remember that when I was talking about this video earlier, I mentioned, like, there's some things he says that make me like, oh, so, like, don't be in the same room alone with you. This is one of them. Am I huffing paint? Is there a asbestos in my house? Only if you're white and rich. Put this man in the shame hole. Yeah. That's fine.
No time for that shit. Doflamingo immediately decides that he hates the world and wants to watch everything burn. He's such a joker. And basically just decides to be evil now. I think his long-term goal was to become one of the Tenryubito, to be invited back in, but he also just wanted everyone to suffer. In any case, after a
also, factually, no, it's not. Like, no, it's not. He says it's
Wait,
not.
which part?
Maybe I'm deranged. Maybe I'm remembering something that, wasn't there. But like, it wasn't to rejoin the Celestial Dragons. In fact,
you mean he tried?
Well, no, his father tried.
No, he tried. He took his father's head.
He took his father's severed head.
Mm-hmm.
Casual reminder, shot him in the back and then cut his head off. Took his severed head back to Marijoa to try and get back in.
Or went out for Mjolsgard. He didn't deserve it.
No, Mjolsgard rules.
Yeah, rip the homie.
Rip the homie.
assassinating his own father for what he had done
Figure's
to his
gonna go to
family.
hell.
Doflamingo just grows up, having met some
When is he gonna bring up Corazon? Oh, I'm
I'm so glad you asked.
so glad you asked.
pirates who
It's right now,
decided to stick with him. His younger brother Rocinante, however, decides not to do that shit. Rocinante's got this whole big arc tied with law that I think is, pretty good, not amazing. He's a fine character, but here's the issue. Rocinante joins the Marines because he wants to take down Doflamingo because he thinks that his brother is evil, straight up evil. Things like this had nothing to do with him being a bad guy. He was just born evil. And frankly, this is why I will never forgive or like the character of Rocinante. The fact that anyone would say that, especially about your own brother, makes you a fucking traitor. You can recognize that your brother is evil, but to act like his actions had no basis in logic is like saying that serial killers are all just born that way, and like abuses of their childhood have nothing to do with it. Like, the man was crucified as a baby. Just because Rocinante didn't take it as hard as Doflamingo doesn't mean Doflamingo was evil from the start. So you see what I'm getting at here? The moral ambiguity that was introduced in this scene is immediately undone by what Rocinante is saying. And
Casual
Fellas.
reminder that he, not long before he was crucified, said I wanted to shoot someone dead at 8 years old because they walked in front of him.
Also, Rocinante watched him shoot their father in the back and then cut his head off to try and get back into Marijoa. Yeah, and you know who else was crucified? You know who else was in that shot? You know who else was crucified as a baby, quote unquote? Rosinante.
Man,
You know?
I
Oh, but take it hard, so it doesn't matter.
No, but he didn't
Also-
take it as hard.
there's also the concept of adding fuel to a fire. Like the idea that Dofi was evil all along comes from this notion that like there was a spark of evil, like let's say like a little campfire, that then in this moment got doused with fucking kerosene.
Yeah, like,
Also, here's something I didn't think of the first time we watched this. Who would have a better knowledge to be able to call his brother evil when he has lived with him his whole life and would know who he was before and after the crucifixion?
you know?
Oh yeah, Rosinante never left. By
No.
the way, never left.
Never left.
Also, I like how going to the Marines to tell them that Dofi's evil makes him a traitor, but Dofi isn't a traitor for killing him and his dad.
No.
No.
No, there's nothing wrong with that.
It's fine.
Don't, what are you talking about? Shut up.
Okay.
Like, why would you think? Like, shut the fuck up.
Nothing good happens to
Ignore
characters
Rosinante
who
because he sounds so
smoke.
stupid what he's saying, or am I supposed to believe his incredibly simplistic, stupid logic about his own brother? I hate it either way, because this infects the entirety of Doflamingo's backstory. Am I supposed to root for him now when his own brother says that he was born evil and literally would have been evil?
Bellis. Were you ever, under what motherfucking circumstance were you ever supposed to root for Doflamingo?
The only villain, or like, okay, the only antagonist in One Piece you can possibly root for when they're in their current arc is Magellan. And you root for him to go to the bathroom.
Because Magellan really just wants to take a shit.
He wants to go.
This man just wants to poop. That's all he wants. Let this man
It's not
take
even
his
weird.
shit.
It's not even weird. He just has a stomach ache.
Yeah, there's nothing even weird about it. It's just the man has a stomach ache and wants to shit. I don't know what to tell you. Like when he was about to shoot Korra, he tells him, "You're just like our father." Yeah. You know? I love the like, well, how am I supposed to root for him now? You're not. You never were.
Oh, no,
and
he's asking if he's supposed to root for him now. Because it's like...
I don't know why you would think that would be what you would get out of that. Like, I'm, again, like, far be it from me to, like, say, you're a bad person because of media takes, but, like, people who say shit like this make me really uncomfortable. Like, would not be left alone in a room with you if this was an opinion you had. Would be like, yes, bartender, check please. Like,
no matter what happened to him? Or am I supposed to ignore what Rosinante and furthermore Oda or his editors or whoever forced him to make this fucking addition to the script to saying, you know, I hate this. So honestly, this was the moment that corrupted this entire storyline for me. It's really, really bad writing. And now let's just get to the other thing that's the worst thing ever. Why the fuck is Doflamingo so fucking strong? Let's review the facts. Yes, Doflamingo is literally 10 feet tall. He's a giant boy. Naturally, that's going to give you physical advantages. And he has consumed the Ito no Mi, the string devil fruit, and is a string man. He has trained extensively with this and is very powerful. Due to his royal bloodline or for other reasons, the man has Haoshoku Haki, or the Haki of the Conqueror. That extremely rare indicator that a character is really important and strong that Luffy and other important characters have. Doflamingo has a very tight-knit pirate crew that he thinks of as his legitimate family because they've all proved themselves trustworthy to him. Each of them individually is extremely powerful and are formidable soldiers. But why? Why, for God's name, does Doflamingo have the power to encase an entire country island in a bird cage of strings and suck it all towards the center to literally slice up anything that it touches? In a flashback, Doflamingo possesses an entire battalion of soldiers and makes them go on a murderous rampage, as well as in the present, when he possesses many of the inhabitants of his entire fucking kingdom and makes them rampage as well. And then he manages to go toe-to-toe with Luffy, flying through the air, doing gigantic attacks like this shit that he enables through his awakened devil fruit. And while this is technically the first time
Wait.
has come up, it is the first time that a Paramecia has done it or shown that it can do anything on this level. Turn an entire...
okay. You remember the thing? Here's quiz time, my lovely Legionnaires. Remember the thing I told you to hold on to? You remember when he said earlier that one of the things that Oda is really, really good at is having antagonists show us things that we have not seen before. You remember that? You remember when that was one of your points where you were like, oh yeah, Oda's really good about managing information about when things can happen and showing and having villains show us cool powers that we'd never seen them use before.
I reiterate, this is not even my final form.
Yeah.
Like, as a concept.
Like, I wonder. It's almost like he's really good at it when it's things I like, when it's my homeboy Lucci.
God, that's my fucking... Yeah, remember when Lucci just had the fucking Six King gun, and it just was a thing he had, and it doesn't make any fucking sense.
Hey, you wanna... Actually... So he really likes... I know 2 things about this man, aside from this video. He really likes Lucci, and he really likes Katakuri.
God. Katakuri was doing fucking wicked weaves with his mochi fruit.
Like, you remember when Luffy does that against Bluto? I do. Yeah, you know?
God.
What? What? And I like Katakuri. I like Katakuri too, but I like Katakuri because he's baby.
Listen. I will agree though that, like, to me personally, Katakuri is the best antagonist in One Piece in blank amount of time, because, like, he is, in terms of, like, just a character, very much a step up in terms of things I like. From, like, I like Doflamingo being on my screen, but I didn't like him being on my screen as much as I liked, like, Magellan being on my screen.
Yeah. I love Katakuri. I was like... Because one of the great things about Katakuri, which I'm sure he doesn't address because this dude's cringe, is... One of the things that I love about One Piece antagonists in particular is that they always have some kind of, for lack of a better way to phrase it, Gatmoe. There's always something that's really, like, appealing about them, that is some kind of contrast, right? And that's what I like about them, is because, like, either they're really goofy and silly and stupid and they're really strong, or they're really strong and cool but they have some fucking dumb quirk, right? Like, take Virgo, for example, right? Virgo's really intimidating and cool, but the bit where he keeps having food stuck to his face is funny every time. I love it. It's great. It's hilarious. But, like, so you thought... So, like, one of the things I like about Katakuri is that he's, like, the perfect exemplar of that. It's like, Katakuri's really handsome and intimidating, and he's tall and handsome and scary, and he sees the future, and, like, it's like, oh, that's really cool, he's really great. And then the moment happens, no spoilers, but then the moment happens, and we see his real face, and we see him being cute, and it's like, there it is! And that's the best. That shit's the best. Like, it's one of my favorite things about One Piece villains, is that there's always some... It's like, with characters like that, there's always some kind of, like... There's always some kind of Gatmoe. There's something about them that's, like... like, for example, like, how Doflamingo doesn't really cut an imposing silhouette, but his actions make him scary. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, Doffy looks stupid as fuck. He wears flamingo glasses. He rides around in a flamingo boat. He wears a giant pink fluffy coat. He looks like homophobic Elton John, you know?
Hey, dude, but I want the fucking Rosinante coat so bad.
I do
too.
It
looks so good.
I do too.
Also, I like how Law gets Rosinante's coat in Wano.
He does! I'm gonna cry!
Fucking so good.
I think Korra's proud.
Oh yeah, wait till Saturday's episode, you'll definitely think Cora's proud.
I read it in the manga. I already know.
Well, yeah, but like you'll hear it in voice.
I already know Cora's proud.
Yeah, I know, but like you'll hear it.
After the fucking bit that they added for Sanji's, if they add a bit of him, like, seeing Korra in those moments, I'll die.
Oh.
Like,
God.
Avi keeps trying to get me to watch, this one particular, what is it, 10:15?
Yeah, 10:15, 10:28. Those two moments.
He keeps trying to get me to watch 10:15, and I keep telling him no, because I know I'll cry.
God, the fucking, like, because you know that scene that when you sent it to me on TikTok, where it's like Luffy walks past Kaido and Big Mom, and like the Akazaya are just like standing there in the field, and it's like, oh yeah, Luffy, and then it just immediately cuts to them all on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly how it is. Like, it's such a jarring, awful fucking shot in the best way possible. But like,
Yeah.
it's mortifying. And
It
so
just fucking kills me. He walks like he shit himself constantly all the time. He probably has a foot fetish fucked off flamingo. I also want Corazon strip. Corazon is gender.
Listen, the only thing I don't want to emulate about Corazon is I don't particularly want to light myself on fire, but like I'll make you.
I'd do it for the bit. Avi and I were talking about, for MomoCon,
He tripped and lit himself on fire.
Avi was talking about cosplaying as Law. And I was like, if you cosplay Law, I'll dress up as Korra. And then he's like, would you light yourself on fire? I'm like,
maybe.
If the bit's funny. I want to do the, like, because I've seen a cool effect that you can use on your cosplays for, like, fake fire. I want to make it so that way it looks like the side of my fucking jacket's on fire. I love Korra so much. You don't even know. You don't even know how much I love Korra.
Fucking building and a city into strings. They are changing the nature of devil fruits in this fight to make Doflamingo more powerful, more badass, and more sick, dude. Going toe-to-toe with Luffy's super-powered Gear 4th ability that's been shown here for the first time. Because Doflamingo is just that fucking powerful, he needs to use this shit. And so that's where we need to take a pause and review the facts on the ground. I would like to point out that before the time skip, Doflamingo had never been shown possessing more than one character at a time. Now, compared to what he's able to do
there hadn't been a
that
point
seems
to.
overwhelming, but just think about that. He was able to stop Diamond Joes, the most physically powerful character we've seen in the series, absolutely effortlessly. It makes him instantly win any one-on-one.
No, the most physically powerful. Technically, pushes glasses up. Technically, the most physically powerful people we had seen in the series was Shanks
and Whitebeard.
And Whitebeard.
Also,
people he did not fight, and I know there was somebody in Shanks wasn't at the War of the Best. He showed up later.
Stopped the War of the Best. He ended it.
He ended it after Luffy passed out.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say, who was it? Was it Doflamingo who was like, fuck this, I'm not fighting Shanks?
I think it was it was either Doflamingo or it was Blackbeard who was like,
I was gonna say,
this.
I don't remember.
I'd also
We'll
like
we'll have to double check for the commentary because I want to make the point, but I'm pretty sure that it was either him or Blackbeard who was like, Shanks is here, we're leaving.
I'd also like to state for a moment, he says that Dofi goes toe-to-toe with Gear 4. Fight is a strong word.
Yeah, fight's strong. Yeah.
It was great. It was great and awesome.
It was really cool. Also, the most physically powerful character we've seen in the series. Blackbeard was there. Or Whitebeard was there. Also Shanks was there. So, factually untrue, but sure. Whatever you say, my man. It's cool, it's fine. Doflamingo is built like the love child of Young Gravy and the weird 40-year-old man at work who likes to pretend he's actually 30 by getting fake tans and using words like gritty and only in Ohio.
Also, like, most physically fucking Orr!
Fucking Orr! The man whose leg he cut off!
God damn it. This video sucks dick.
This video's awful. He's so fucking stupid.
And he's really obnoxious about it too. Like, it's one thing to be wrong. It's another thing to be like, look at how wrong I am.
Yeah, it's another thing entirely to be so confident in how wrong you are.
Pushes my sunglasses up.
Pushes my sunglasses up in my stupid t-shirt, or my stupid, woman respecter.
Fight. No character had shown any capability whatsoever to escape his puppeteering at all. But now, post-time skip, we're supposed to believe that all along, he had the power to control a large amount of the population of a country with his strings.
Well, yeah, if he was controlling somebody who was, like, as wickedly powerful as you keep pressing Diamond to have been, I don't know why it surprises you that he could have controlled a very large group of people who would have simply foamed at the mouth and had seizures if he used his Conqueror's hockey.
Oh my god, I also just realized something. This is something we're going to get to later, but keep something in mind. The fact that the Whitebeard pirates relied way too much on devil fruits in general and did not utilize hockey very much, aside from Whitebeard himself, as shown when in the Wano flashback, when the Roger pirates and the Whitebeard pirates are fighting, and Rayleigh stops Marco with one finger of hockey.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, what the hell is this? What's happening right now?
He's like, what the fuck?
And he's like, I'm always prepared, young man.
I fucking love Raleigh. Raleigh could get it.
He's so fucking attractive.
Why is Raleigh so hot? This is what happens when you follow your dreams, chat. You stay young and sexy forever. There's nothing wrong with being wrong, but honestly, how full of yourself must you be to be so convinced you're right that you can't see past yourself? Wait, this is the internet. Stupid question. Shanks is so cool. I want to. My lawyer has advised me not to finish this sentence. Raleigh's kind of twirls hair. Factually correct.
And not to mention the fucking birdcage. The fucking birdcage. Jesus Christ, the man is just a paramecia who's able to generate strings.
Okay. Just a paramecia, huh? So, fellas, you know who else is just a paramecia? Fucking Whitebeard! Edward motherfucking Newgate was just a paramecia.
Also,
Raleigh doesn't have devil fruit powers!
Also, again, I'd like to state for a moment that Blackbeard says he's a Logia when he fights Ace. That's just a lie.
Yeah.
It's straight up just a lie.
Yeah, Blackbeard is a paramecia. Up until this point, up until recently, we thought Luffy was just a paramecia. What are you talking about?
Katakuri, the best villain.
Yeah, your man, Katakuri, was just a paramecia. Also, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, what do you mean he's just a paramecia? Paramecia is literally, this is my favorite thing about One Piece, is everybody and their mom is like, oh, you're just a paramecia. That's it. That's all you are. It's like, motherfucker, paramecia is the category for everything that isn't Zoan or Logia. Do you turn into an animal? Then you're a Zoan. Do you turn into some kind of inanimate object? Are you made of it? Then you're a Logia. Are you anything else? You are a paramecia.
You're gonna tell me.
Your type does very little to determine how strong you are in One Piece.
Like,
you are going to tell me that
Robin is a
Buggy
paramecia.
Yeah, Robin's a paramecia.
Buggy is a paramecia.
Yeah, Buggy's a paramecia. Like,
He's the strongest of all.
like you're sitting here with your like, oh, he's just the, like, yeah, you are expounding the same logic as Enel, who got sent to the fucking moon. Law is a paramecia, exactly.
Kid is a paramecia. Big Mom is a paramecia.
The fucking, like, most of the current warlords, actually, none of the current emperors are Logia.
Yeah.
And none of the past ones were either.
Yeah.
Like,
and
none
for,
of the emperors were Logia. Half of them were paramecia. The other half were Zoans.
and Shanks.
But it's okay
And
that they
Shanks
were
has
Zoans
nothing!
And Shanks is just here.
And Shanks is a guy. Like, that's insane. Like, also, like, this is the other thing, too, right? Like, hang on. We're gonna just... Because I'm already, like... Bang it a spawn at us, gamers. Don't even worry about it. Gonna just... Wait,
Oh my god. Oh my, by the way, just excuse me for a moment. Breaking news. Aaron Tempest is watching Gurren Lagann.
Hell yeah! We've done
Let's-
it, boys.
Oh,
You
we
wanna
like
know how
Funny
I can-
Robot Show.
You want to know how I convinced him to do it?
Hmm.
You know all that stupid sci-fi bullshit that fucking happens in the end, where like the fucking stupid warships do like the Schrodinger warp and the probability alteration. I just told him about that, and he was like,
You told him about math.
Kuma's a paramecia. True. Kuma is also a paramecia.
I was gonna say
So
Moria's
is-
a paramecia, but like he's
Yeah,
a bitch.
Moria, so's Hancock.
Zoro is just a guy.
And like, yeah, and like Zoro and Sanji are just dudes. Like, what are you... Like, this is the worst point known to man.
Explain to me why a man is able to puppet so many of his subjects in his fucking country while making a giant birdcage that again covers a literal entire country while fighting one-on-one with
Making the string, this just in, making the strings hard.
Mm-hmm.
String man with the string fruit. Making strings is hard.
Making strings is hard.
Why did he not bring up the string clone?
Yeah, like, doesn't bring up the string clone that he was using at the specific time. Also, like, he's acting like maintaining the birdcage is like that the birdcage is some tremendous feat. It's really not.
It's just a bunch of strings that go around in a dome shape. No one said it was hard to maintain.
No. Like, it's
Yeah.
cool, and it's really cool, and it's really scary, but it's like, it's not physically a particularly taxing part of his ability, no.
It's like, who said the Jedi mind trick was difficult to do?
Exactly. Wandering says, yeah, I mean, we know how hard it is for Luffy to stretch. Oh, wait.
Yeah, dude. Literally, Luffy does like full body transformations, and
Yeah.
this is somehow like this is too much.
I cannot
Plus,
comprehend the
somehow
power
I-
of this man, therefore I have to overcompensate for my lack of IQ and skill having issue.
Luffy and Law. My ability to take things seriously has long since worn away. Remember the time when Doflamingo
Why were you... Doug, you're watching One Piece.
Also, how does
My brother in Christ, we're watching One Piece. We're watching the show where the funny rubber man punches cartoon villains every couple of weeks. What are you talking about?
also no, how does Doflamingo having more power and being more of a menace to make you take things less seriously?
Seriously.
It's stupid.
What? Yeah, what? Robin controlling all of her arms after being a devil fruit user for 2 decades makes no sense. Exactly.
wasn't
Oh my
characterized
god,
as a
literally demonia.
Yeah, like,
damage sponge final boss type character. Remember when he was an interesting back alley dealer man, a shadowy man manipulating the underworld just as his powers represented metaphorically. Do you get it? But no, all of a sudden we're supposed to
hang
believe
on.
that the puppeteer character of One Piece is actually like literally the strongest man who has ever lived. Like what the fuck? Why does he even do?
So, he's not. We know that he's
He's
not,
not-
because he's
not
afraid
even
of
at the top
Kaido.
group. He's afraid of Kaido. He's afraid of Big Mom. He's probably afraid of Shanks.
He should be afraid of Shanks. Fucking everyone's afraid.
Yeah, okay,
Everyone
well,
is either friends with Shanks or afraid of Shanks. That's how that goes.
You know who wasn't afraid of Shanks? Who should have been useless Captain Nick.
Oh, you shouldn't have. Oh, he shouldn't be a tank. Okay, well, he's a devil fruit user. Zoro, once again, is just a guy. And I
Zoro
saw
is-
him,
But simply a man.
and he, like, pushed fucking gigantic-ass heavy rock ruins off of himself. He's like, that could have killed me. And then Robin says, yeah, if you were anyone else.
Yeah, everyone is like, what are you talking about, the strongest man on the planet? Yeah, Kaido. What you're talking about is Kaido.
Kaido,
Also,
White
what do
Moon.
you mean damage sponge? Like,
he took a bunch. Look, you know what? Okay, he took 2 major hits. He took the Red Hawk in the beginning, and he took the Gamma Knife.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Here's my thing. Why does he not bring up Doflamingo able to repair the inside of his freaking organs with his strain?
Nah, because shut up.
Like that's an actual point against like towards him being like too overpowered or like too much of like a fucking like I don't want to say Gary Stew, but like having too many like
Also,
weird skills.
also, like, once again, also, yeah, by the way, he's on the page right here. Another just a paramecia user is fucking Fujitora, who can manipulate gravity. Just out here launching fucking meteors down on Dressrosa, but nah, just a paramecia, sure. But, like, also, the thing... Here's the... No, you want to know what's, like, what media literate is... What the fuck are you talking about? Because he keeps being like, oh, he can take hits. That doesn't make him not a, like, back alley broker, like, shadow figure. We were talking about this earlier. Like, because he has this whole thing about, like, oh, because he isn't a pussy who has to manipulate people, it's not a good character arc. No. It's a perfect description. It fits perfectly in with the rest of the storyline. It makes perfect sense for him to do that. Because, chat, what happens when you defy somebody who tries to manipulate you? They exert physical power over you. The point is, in all of these instances, when he dominates the play, when he loses his control, loses his manipulation, when his lies fall apart, right? When all of his lies are exposed and everything falls apart, he physically takes control away from the people of Dressrosa and then physically encloses them. He cuts off their means of escape and then manipulates them into doing what he wants so that way no one else can find out about the things he does. When he cannot manipulate you socially or financially or with words or with lies, he does it with physical force. The point is that he is not... They keep heralding him as, like, this great ruler, and the point is that he never was. He was never a great ruler. He was trying to wrest control. His whole shit, his whole fucking storyline is that he was born believing he had more power than he did, and therefore he keeps trying to take power away from others. It's why he... Yes, exactly, Wandering. It's why he goes after vulnerable people and children. All of the people that we see in his gang were either vulnerable or kids. The one person in his gang who wasn't a vulnerable person at the time is the man who took advantage of him.
The only ones are it's just Treble. The thing is that like I know you're talking about Treble, but the funniest part about that is that like Kika was there as well, but like so was Diamante, but we could just ignore him.
Like all of like he was trying to groom Law into what he wanted Corazon to be. He even tells Law that he could have been his next Corazon. Exactly. Law was dying. Law was a dying child. Baby 5 was a neglected child who was abandoned by her family. Senor Pink had just lost someone close to him and was trying to re-wrest control. Like, everything we know about his gang is that they were vulnerable or they were kids or both.
Dude, you know what's great? You know who else is just a paramecia? Sugar.
Yeah, Sugar as well. Like,
arguably the strongest character in terms of ability in the entire series.
Like, it's so... Like, you can't miss a point this hard. Like, you cannot miss an overarching theme so hard. Because, like, Luffy's whole thing is that he stands in defiance of people trying to take control and trying to dominate others. So, like, the whole point was that, of course, Doflamingo was going to be, like, his dark mirror. Because that's what he's trying to do. Like, you're an idiot. Like, this is dumb. This is not even, like, a bad faith take. It's just not understanding. How can anyone take a series of comprised of pirates is basically magic and magic fruits as seriously as this guy? I can't understand what he has to go so wrong in his life that he's taking the series so seriously. Like, it's not even that, right? Like, One Piece has a lot of, like, serious things to say, and, like, does a lot of, like, serious dark shit. Dark and serious shit occurs in One Piece. That's not the problem. The problem, it's not even that he's saying, like, I can't take it seriously anymore. It's, like, it's the notion that, like, how is something that proves that he is a danger and a threat, how does that make you take his character less seriously? Like, that doesn't make sense.
It's not like as soon as he starts showing physical force, he becomes a stupid meathead.
Like, it's insane.
He doesn't become Knuckles the Echidna.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't know what you mean.
If you can just control people like this, explain that to me. It completely flies in the face of the characterization. It is serious.
Yeah, this is where, like, no, it doesn't. It reinforces it. It doubles down on it. Like, I don't understand. Please learn how to read. I'm begging you. I'm begging One Piece fans to read.
Like, Oda forgot the character that he was making early on and just changed it. And that might not be the first thing in the world, but the problem is, he changed it into bullshit. I waited for 10 goddamn years to see this character be a cool puppeteer. I wanted the puppeteer arc. But it turns out there's...
We have to get Alex for that bit. We have to write that bit. I'm not saying Jasper Bat Jr. stole away my boss fight. Well, you just did. Click. And then we just hear, like, muffled in the distance, fuck!
No, is that the third time this week?
So good.
There's a second puppeteer introduced in this arc named Sugar. Why does she exist? Why didn't Doflamingo just play this role? That was the real climax of the arc when Usopp defeated her. That's when all the interesting subplot stuff, like, completely collapsed. When Usopp made her collapse and her toy devil fruit that possessed tons of the people in the kingdom and made people forget about them, the spell was fucking undone instantly. And that's when Doflamingo initiated the birdcage so those people couldn't escape and tell people the shady shit that was going on in his kingdom. It's like they just...
Yeah, but he's not a puppet master or a manipulator anymore. He's just puppeteering and manipulating people. Fine, I'm taking Usopp away from this man as well.
Ripped out
I'm
the
also
cool
taking
original
Usopp
stuff
away
about
from this
Doflamingo,
man.
put it into other characters like
He does
Sugar.
not deserve to be part of the church.
Also, he didn't rip it out and give it to characters like Sugar. He's also, like, manipulating Sugar. That's the point.
Like, I love how he says, like, he treats his gang like they're his real family, and no, he doesn't.
No, he
Fucking
super
manipulates
doesn't.
all of them.
He manipulates all of them, and that's the point.
Doflamingo like, strong, hockey, devil fruit evolving man. Like, what the fuck, dude? What the fuck? And then there's one scene that I will never forget. That is without a doubt the
Actually, no, she's not. She's a grown woman, but she just looks like baby.
worst moment in One Piece. Worse than Pell surviving that fucking bomb by a country mile. And I don't give a shit if it's just because I hype things up. But explain to me. Fucking look me in the eye and explain to me how Luffy escaped being controlled by Doflamingo. Something no other character had ever done before.
Because of his training with Brawly, because hockey is more powerful than because hockey in rock devil fruit hockey hockey wins.
But so what you're telling me is Rock beats hockey.
Rock does beat hockey. A well-placed bullet beats most things.
I will also state for a moment, you want to know the funniest part about this whole fucking rant he goes on?
Mm-hmm.
The reason Dofi, because Dofi puts the parasite string in Luffy, and then he's like, Lamau, do Gear 4 again. I dare you. And then he forces Luffy to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And that is how Luffy breaks out, because his hockey in Gear 4 is way stronger than Doflamingo's devil fruit, especially his stupid ass fucking parasite string. So Dofi got so overconfident in his awakening state, he beat himself.
That's the whole point!
The thing.
The whole point is that he was so sure. He was so sure that... Because, again, the fucking point, the narrative point, I'm gonna take you by the hand, BG. I've got you. I'm gonna take you by the hand. I'm gonna walk you to the point. The point of the scene, the point of the fight, of the conflict, is that Doflamingo tries to assert control over Luffy, someone whose entire modus operandi is that he wants people to be free. And when he gives Luffy that power, because he thinks he can manipulate him into doing what he wants, he sets Luffy free. And freedom is what beats control in the end. My brother in Christ, read a story. I don't know how to tell you this actually fits in perfectly with the themes of One Piece. You are a moron.
I will say though, why didn't he just control Law? Like he wanted Law to surrender. That's his whole thing.
Because he
wanted
needed
Law
to break
surrender.
law. He needed to. That's the whole point. He needed to break law so that he could get his fucking immortality shot.
When I talked about how the most physically powerful character, Diamond Joe's, had been instantly possessed.
Again, like Luffy, the short answer is the main character was going to be more powerful than this side character we saw one time and then haven't seen since. Like, I don't. My brother in Christ. Thank you! One of my favorite quotes! Listen, I don't want to keep beating the horse. My bats are broken. I'm covered in blood, but the damn thing keeps twitching!
That's by Doflamingo and was completely unable to fight back. Remember that shit? Why the fuck was Luffy able to break free? Explain.
Because Haki beats devil fruit powers. It always has. That was the point of training with Raleigh. It's why he had the flashback to talking to Raleigh. The whole point. This is your brain on power scaling. Yeah, God. And also because he's the main character.
This shit to me. I have waited over a decade for the Dressrosa arc to understand how Luffy was going to counteract this ability. I had told myself, best guy ever, Oda will never let you down on this shit. The man already has a plan. For this power's been introduced, we know Doflamingo is going to be a big bad boss. Something interesting is going to be done in the lore that enables Luffy to beat him. You must believe this, Nate. And I did believe it, and I was 100% betrayed, because this doesn't...
What are you talking about? Something interesting in the lore. Do you think Haki's not interesting? Like,
No, he thought that something else would just magically show up.
Did you think we were going to invent something new here? Like, what did you... Yeah, and he did. He made Haki. Yeah, he had Luffy... Something did happen. Something did happen, BGE. He trained with Raleigh. And Raleigh taught him how to use devil fruit how to use his devil fruit powers alongside Haki. So he did. What you're asking for would have been an ass pull. This is what we call build-up. Good boy. Just, it's okay. You know, it's alright.
Doesn't make any fucking sense. He puffs up, he goes to your fort, and that just breaks it. Why didn't Diamond Joe just shake the shit off? All he had to do was
Because Diamond just didn't have Haki.
explain that Luffy found some way to snap it. Like Luffy found some hidden technique that nobody else had done. I don't need much. I just need an explanation, and nothing was...
You showed... Hang on. Give me a fucking second. Give me a second. So, chat, here's the funny thing about this. Is, you're like, this is a live stream. You can't fact check this man live. Actually, I can.
And
Because sitting right next to me, because we haven't found a place to put it yet, is our box set of volumes 71 to 90, which includes, of course, the entirety of Dressrosa. So if you'll give me a second while I comb through, because I physically have the manga sitting next to me. It's in my hands, because I like physical media. That might be cringe, but I like
physical media is forever. Buy Laserdisc.
Listen, I'm a firm believer that, like, they're gonna try and, like, if you own digital copies, then they can take it away at any time, or you can lose your files, but I like having physical books.
Yeah. Also, while you're finding that, I'm gonna make a very topical joke. Ahem. Me getting really mad at the video game I'm playing and smashing my controller. Everyone else in the submarine.
Ba-ba-ba-ba.
I saw that on a TikTok earlier and it fucking killed me. It's so funny. Like me rage quitting and breaking my controller because Luke did Drive Rush.
This is when he beats him. I'm trying to find this exact moment. Also, like, shut the fuck up. The moment of all of them, the moment of all of them, like, pushing, like, trying to physically push back the birdcage is the coolest shit in the world. Shut up.
Yeah, it's really good. Also, like, dude, we didn't mention the Tontatas at any point and how they were enslaved too.
Tontatas are rad. They're so cool. I love them.
I'm so glad we're gonna put one on our fucking boat.
Luffy gets up. Law shambles them out. Okay, I'm gonna be real. I know that the one thing I'll disagree with is in the like anime dub, Law says shambles, which I get because like puts you in shambles, gets you into pieces. I like that.
Chambers.
I like chambres better because that's what it is in the manga. That's what it is in the English translation of the manga because it's chambers. Because that's what it does. It puts them in chambers. So I like chambres better personally.
I like tact better in the manga when he flips you off.
Yeah, tact. This is really great. Wouldn't have to stance cage. Yeah, Gear 4. And then he's like, oh, you broke my strings, hubba. And then the fight continues. But I want to find that. Where's the bit of him, like, first using Gear 4? When do we first see Gear 4? That's the volume before this.
Again, like, fight is a very strong word. Like, I don't think Dofi lands a hit on Gear 4 Luffy.
Nah. Nah, he just runs out of steam.
I don't think he does. Yeah, it's not even like Luffy losing due to an attack like what happened with Kaido. He's just done.
He's just like, that's enough. Yeah, Gear 4.
God, I still fucking... All I can think about is fucking Diamante's stupid face. He's such an asshole. Like, he's not even intimidating or impressive, and his abilities suck. I hate Diamante.
Yeah, okay. Gear 4. What kind of joke is this? Take it seriously. I thought you actually had a plan up your sleeve. It is a plan up my sleeve, and I am serious. Rubber's elasticity means you can't even properly stand anymore. For 2 whole years, I fought wild animals who were large as monsters. In order to overpower them, I needed size and resiliency. And what will resiliency give you? Shut up. You won't even have the chance to strike back. Gum Gum Conqueron. So, like, the whole point of Gear 4 is that it makes him physically more resilient to attack because he's using armament hockey. There is a whole fucking flashback to him training with Raleigh.
Wait, no, even better. Remember, I don't know if this is in the manga, but this is definitely in the anime. There's this moment when Luffy shows off Culverin for the first time, and before it hits Dofi, he uses overheat, and he like blasts flaming string at Luffy, and he just punches through it, and he's like, "Oh my god!" and he gets punched in the face.
Yeah. Which is good and satisfying, and we love that.
Yeah, the parasite string is invisible. Like, it's one string.
Mm-hmm.
Of course he could break it. That makes sense.
Yeah, like, the whole point is your hubris is what kills you, my man. I don't know what to tell you.
Okay, so do you understand where I'm coming from here? I've gone through the meat of the topic here. I just want you to understand how fucking disappointing this was. Gear 4 was awesome. Gear 4 is like the coolest thing ever. That part of the fight is fine. But Doflamingo, his characterization changed so completely, and so much for the worse. Everything else that was happening in this arc was so...
Completely? Also, thank you, Dank Afro! Thank you for the $5 to support the Trevor Project. I appreciate that immensely. Oda, here's the explanation. This specimen. Well, the explanation wasn't satisfying and or makes sense to me, so I think you're dumb and you didn't give me one.
So much more interesting than just Doflamingo turning out to be the strongest man in the world, who, by the way, was evil literally from his birth, and all the terrible things that Oda went out of his way to show us didn't matter at all. No more like...
All the things? All one thing? All one thing? All one thing that didn't turn his brother or his dad evil? Like, what are you talking about? Like, okay, this is something that annoys the fuck out of me. He mentioned serial killers earlier. Unbeknownst to him, I'm a little bit of a true crime girly. I want to
Are you
tell
gonna
you,
say I must be a real killer?
I'm a little bit of a true crime girly. A little bit. You want to know a fun little funky, fresh fun fact? Did you know that, like, most people who become serial killers, yeah, they do have trauma in their past, and that's true. You know that they also, like, display antisocial tendencies, like, young, right? Like, if you're killing animals at, like, a young age, that's a telltale sign for, like, psychopathy, right? Like, you know that there's, like, childhood diagnoses that mean put my kid in therapy because they have empathy issues, right? And you know that, like, if those are not checked and then are paired with trauma, they form, like malcontented behavior, right? Did you know that, like, it's not an isolated thing? Like, you know that, don't you? Also, because, yeah...
Guys, the Unabomber just died.
Yeah, like, fun, funky, fresh fun fact, wandering as well. You know who else has copious amounts of trauma and doesn't turn into a monster? Most of the main cast.
Yeah. I mean, except, oh no, Robin was never a monster. She was just misunderstood.
All Sanji wants to do is cook.
Literally
just let him cook. Literally just let Sanji cook.
Nazis, and he turned out to be a good guy.
Yeah,
so...
Sanji was raised by Nazis and turned out, like, the most empathetic person on the ship.
I don't know what you're fucking talking about. Sanji was raised by Zay. He was in the same, like, building as Judge.
I like that we made the joke that Corazon has to wear the shirt that says, "I'm not a stepdad, I'm the dad that stepped up." But like, the other joke is you give it to Zeph. Sanji gives one to Zeph, and then Zeph just, like, throws it in the garbage and is like, "It is a bold assertion that I am not just your dad."
Oh, I thought you were gonna say, haha, stepped up.
I don't have time for my father's Nazi plot. I have to make lunch for my friends.
I have to make lunch for this mouse.
I have to make lunch for the mice. Listen, Sanji is a Disney princess. In this essay, I will.
Please, listen. All I'm saying is he was very comfortable in Nami's body.
No. It's the one
No, I'm not saying he's trans. I'm saying he's fine with it.
He's fine with it. They Cinderella'd his ass. They did. They sure did. Fucking unbelievable. I can't, like, I love this that they're like, I can't believe he was evil from birth. Like, motherfucker, you have so many indicators. Also, like, it doesn't matter. Like, again, boo-hoo.
You and Yonji were evil from birth.
Yeah, fucking Sanji's all three of Sanji's brothers were evil from birth. Like, what the fuck? I want to see them again. I hope they show up one more time.
I hope they show up and they all die.
I want them to show up and get their fucking asses beat. I want Sanji to run their fades. It'll be great.
Yeah, I want Sanji to watch them die and be like, you fought valiantly. And then that's the end of it.
I stand by. This is my thought. This is what I would like. If this doesn't happen, then it doesn't happen. But I know what I would do. Is I want Germa to show up at, like, War of the Best 2 Electric Boogaloo, right?
War of the Bestest.
War of the Bestest, yeah. And for Germa to, like, mind control. I want Sanji to fight his brothers and kick his brothers' asses. Like, I want them to have their moment and Sanji wins and beats the shit out of them. And, like, as he's standing on their bodies, I want him to get, like, Order 66'd, and then for him to break out of it via his own willpower and be like, no, I'm with the people who actually love me, and then he beats his dad's ass. That's what I want. That'd be cool.
I think it's also great because, like, in their fight in Whole Cake, Sanji beat his ass.
I think it'd be... No, you know what would be funny? If that one was the War of the Best, I think it'd be funny if the second one is called the War of the Worst. because they are the worst generation. I think that'd be funny.
Oh, that'd be good. Yeah.
I think that'd be cool. I think that'd be a neat little bookend. That's what I would do.
The
Nothing to go here
Supernova
whatsoever.
War.
His brother knew all about it. He was
Yeah!
born evil. Fuck you, Rocinante. You're a goddamn traitor and a snitch. And by the way, your flashback wasn't even that sad. Okay.
You're a traitor and a snitch. Anyway, I'm gonna support a murderer and a murderer.
I'm going to support a dictator and a murderer. Just gonna let that one sizzle. Just gonna let that one sizzle for a minute. Fuck you,
Thank God
Rocinante.
that this video's over.
You're a traitor and a snitch.
Also, yeah, no, for real though, the video is actually over. Like, I know that there's time, but it's just like unboxing.
You were a traitor and a snitch, and your flashback wasn't even that sad.
Mm-hmm. Dude, okay, here's the thing. The moment for me personally in the flashback is the moment when Law is crying and there's no sound.
The moment
That one.
when he's sobbing and it's quiet, and then there's sound, because you know because that is the moment that all of us know for sure that Cora's gone. That's Cora lying there in the snow while Law sobs, running away from that battle and saying, I have to hold on a little bit longer. He has to be safe. The moment he's safe, I can die. I can't.
Damn, he's good.
You know what destroys me? Like, that's heartbreaking. You know what got me? What was the thing that tipped me over? It was earlier than that.
The I love you.
No, it was even earlier than that. I was a Navy man. I only lied to you because I didn't want you to hate me. And then Law going, I knew the whole time.
I need to see how the dub says, like, how the, what is it, when Cora says, I love you. I want to see how the dub says it specifically, because in the sub, he says it in a way I've never heard in, like,
it's
Japanese
so, we watched it in the
before.
dub. It's so good. He sounds like he's about to cry.
Nope.
It literally is him being like, I love you. And I'm like, I can't do this. Fuck you. You're a dumb bitch. You know nothing. Your opinion is bad. You should feel bad. Read One Piece. L takes.
Again, I also want to stress for a little bit before I have to go, because my phone's about to die.
Well, we're about to go because the stream's over.
Yeah. He again, if you're ever going to come across this man's channel, if you're ever gonna watch Best Guy Ever, the only video on his channel that's worthwhile is the Gurren Lagann video. It is the only worthwhile video. And it is one of the best videos about Gurren Lagann on the entire platform, and he fucking blew his load, and that was it.
Let's see. Who are we going to send you to? You know what? We're going to send you to the Sky Tea. Going to send you to some nice plush dragon vibes.
I think, because, okay, here's the thing. Scripting is going to be a little tough for the next month, because there is one spot where there's Wi-Fi, and it is outside.
Nah, wait. Well, oh no! We'll have to wait a while? It's not like that video came out in 2017.
Okay, fair enough. I just, listen, Heaton.
Yeah?
Listen, I love you very much. I love you very, very much. You're one of my best friends in the entire world.
That's it, that's the whole fun.
Don't forget.
I won't, because I hate this fucking video with all of my heart. Just remind me. Be annoying.
I will. Oh, I'm so good at that. I'm so good at being annoying.
I've said this repeatedly to the people that I work with, is that if we have to put something off, because I will forget. You're absolutely right. I will totally forget. Be annoying. Remind me, because I want to do it. I won't forget because I don't want to do it. There will not be a time where I will stop wanting to do it. I will just forget that it exists because it's not in front of me. So you're more than allowed to just be an annoying dick. It's fine.
Thank God. Thank God I have permission this time, and you're not just gonna be an asshole to me. And never mind. I'm not gonna fucking talk.
For a split second, I thought you were still talking about me, and I was about to be like, I'm really
not
sorry.
Talking about you. I'm talking about someone I fucking met this year, and she's a bitch. Anyway, I gotta go. My phone's about to die.
Next stream will be Saturday. Don't know what we'll do. Haven't decided yet. Might start playing games again pretty soon. So we might pick up a new game on Saturday. We'll see. But for now, I'm going to send you over to the Sky Tea. And I'll see you on Saturday. Goodbye!
Goodbye!